Hey, what up, what up, what up? What's going on, world? My name is Tully. I want to thank y'all for joining us today. I'm Tully, 1/3 of the pod.
Z's.
PJ.
All right, what's good, y'all? How y'all doing?
Chillin'.
Yeah, yo.
It's a good weekend, centennial weekend.
Word. Oh, yeah, word. Shit. Shouts out to the ladies of Zeta
sorors.
Phi Beta Sorority Incorporated, man. Shouts out to them. What that applause at?
From which comes the ultimate and final womanhood.
Right.
The only founders weekend that matters.
Oh, shit, word. We got deltas in here, and we got one delta.
I thought I was gonna hear something.
Right. She ain't say nothing. She's silent. She had mad shit to say.
They don't want no smoke.
Right. She had mad shit to say before we got started, and now it's like.
No AKA, no DST, no SG roll.
Ooh, talk about it.
So ever
Only
compare
royal blue and pure white. I don't know if you should be saying that.
the purest of white.
Okay, cool. But yeah, shouts out to Zetas, man. This weekend has been amazing. I love
A great weekend.
all the sorors that I've been chilling with everybody. That shit was great.
Yeah.
Yo, tell me why at work, right? There's this lady, she's been trying to get me to go government. Like, yo, just join, whatever the case may be. And so she told me to apply for something. I didn't apply for it. And so the other day she sent me her resume. And she was like, yeah, just take my resume, mimic it. This other lady came and she was like, yeah, like she helped me get my job here, all this other shit. And so she caught me in the hallway in traffic and like little old lady, sweet lady. And she was like, yeah, if you ever need anything, like I could do I'll do anything to help. Like I'll help you with anything you need. But she did like a look up and down. And I was like, yo, isn't this some Me Too shit? But as a man, like yes. I can't be like, yo, like that made me feel uncomfortable.
Of course you can. It makes you feel uncomfortable.
But then what?
Then I get the bag.
But then I feel like I feel like in society, like it's like a real like
double standard
to where like a male you can't go around talking about that shit. Like
no,
absolutely not. It's not normal. Like it's not considered normal.
I wasn't uncomfortable, but I picked up the vibes. You know what I mean? I was like, oh my God, like she's sending me vibes. Or I could be in my head. You know
are we talking like 50 plus?
Yeah, she's definitely older.
Caucasian woman?
Nah, she's actually a black woman.
Okay.
Ah, shit, I'm snitching. And why does it matter?
I guess it doesn't matter. But right. I do feel like, yo, if somebody at work makes you feel uncomfortable, you need to say something.
No, I'm not. First off, I'm not saying nothing. Second off, wait. First off, I'm not saying nothing. But I'm just curious, like, if y'all were in that predicament, so you saying if you were in that predicament and you felt uncomfortable, you would say something?
I would have said something to her in the moment, like.
So you've never have experienced like sexual harassment in the workplace?
In the workplace, no.
Where I work now, I've never experienced it, but I've definitely been in places where women will walk up and like hold my arm, or I'm at my desk and they'll come and like rub on my back, and I'd be like, yo, like. But as a man, like, what do? You know what I mean? Why are you looking like, you got a mic right there. We made up for that mistake the last episode. What's up? What's on your mind? Oh, she's scared.
I think it's crazy, man. I think like what can happen is like that's not normal. That shouldn't become the norm at work. For you to be like, yo, they talking on my shoulders. Why do you think? Yeah, why do you think that's acceptable?
I never said it was acceptable. I just was like, this happened, and I'm asking, what are y'all thoughts on it?
But no, so that was one incident. It sounds like you got like a string of incidents.
No, not nigga. No, I'm not getting real specific, but.
Bugging?
No.
I didn't get.
Where I used to work 5 years ago.
Is this systemic?
No. Where I used to work 5 years ago, I had like there was like a lady who would like come up, but that was like 5 years ago, and I was in like Florida. Maybe it's different down there. I don't know. But what I'm saying is like,
somebody in Congress just had to resign over something like that.
Touching somebody back.
Not for like sexual harassment.
Sexual harassment, making them feel uncomfortable. Like,
but so wait, you really think I've never even seen like an instance where like women, like a male told on a woman potentially, and something was even.
It's rare, but it happens.
It happens.
Yeah. All right, well, fuck that shit. What we talking about?
Yo, speak your truth though, for real.
Yeah,
speak my truth. Oh, I'm a victim. No, on the real though, you know why I'm gonna say it on wax so that like. It could be like concrete and real shit. I'm really gonna look into getting a therapist, cause like someone said to me, yo, well yeah, you mentioned it to so, and then also Soror, she was like, yo, it's great seeing who you are now, and she's met me when I was like 18 and shit, so she's seen like that version of me, and she sees this version of me now, And she's like, I can't wait for you to go and talk to like a therapist so that you can unpack all that shit and become the man you were supposed to be. And I'm like, damn, like.
Yo, shout out to that. But I'm just mad that
I can't hear you.
Wanting to do therapy is like a whole expense. Like you really have to have bread to get
No,
therapy.
You don't.
In most cases, you do.
No, you don't.
In most
all
cases,
you need is, well, actually, I'm saying this because I have insurance and all I have is a $20 copay.
There you go.
So you saying, what?
But all therapists don't take your insurance, my
exactly.
man.
But that's why you find therapists in network.
But that doesn't mean they're good.
But even
I feel like it defeats the purpose of the therapy.
But even still, like maybe that copay is a lot for some people.
Yeah, that's a fact. But how would you know if you don't try?
So what I'm saying is,
just because they're not in your, you know what I mean? Like, what is that? Don't make sense.
So I feel like this. It's like going to the doctor and you're always sick. And you go to that same doctor, you're always sick. That's why there's levels to doctors. Like every doctor don't take insurance because every doctor ain't the same level.
That don't even make sense.
That's not why they
do
it.
I think it's very similar. I think it's the same with dentists.
It's network.
It's all business. It's network. So you're with this company and they sign. It's basically signing companies. You sign to a specific, whatever, like a specific company. You can have Cigna or you can have Blue Cross Blue Shield, and then they go out and they find doctors within their network.
Within that price range.
It's not a price.
It's not a price. Do you have insurance?
Yeah,
every network,
like the insurance.
But every network has expensive doctors. It has nothing.
I don't know if they do it, but okay. Maybe I'm completely wrong.
I
feel like you
so in
pay
that
for
case,
insurance.
what's the best that you can get?
What's the best insurance you can get? And that's what I don't know. But I
because
definitely
that's
feel like
not how it works. That's not how it works.
So I'll tell you this. I've been sick. I had going into college. I was sick.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Right. I can tell you that the doctor that I feel like helped or cured or gave me the tools to be successful was not covered under insurance. And I think that's because he was considered elite.
Under any insurance?
He took no insurance.
That's
his practice. Remember the chiropractor that we met?
I think he's considered elite.
Yeah.
So remember that chiropractor when we was at Nomads and they broke our necks?
Yeah.
They cracked our necks?
Yeah.
She chose to be they did. We was having a great time. She was like, yo, I'm a chiropractor. We'll break our necks. So she did.
You just reposted that recently.
Yeah, we did. Yeah. I should pull a video up and throw. I might do that. Throw it into it. But long story short, she chose to be out of network because she wanted all of her money up front. She decided that she didn't want to go through the back and forth with insurance companies, and that's why she chose that. And once she chose that, I was like, okay, you will never be my chiropractor. On to the next. There's good people in each field. You know what I mean?
Okay.
Why are you whispering?
It's like they pretend the mic isn't
right
there.
The mic is right there. Last episode, we had an issue where the people weren't being heard. So now we got a mic and it's right there.
Oh, I
and
like
they're not choosing.
The joints are right up there.
Yeah, and they're not choosing to use it, but it's all good. So yeah.
All right, but what are we talking about?
We talk about that. The whole shit with Iran, political. Also, what's the word? Politico. What's the short? You know the term for a person that's in politics? A politico, right?
Yeah,
politico. Take it away. I'm trying new shit.
I mean, with the Iran situation, like a couple weeks ago, maybe it's been almost a month.
Well, actually, first we should talk about like the impeachment and then all of that, right?
Well, let's talk about the Iran shit first.
Okay.
Yeah. So like with the Iran shit.
Hold on.
With the Iran shit, basically, the U.S. obviously has had a back and forth with Iran for years. Yeah. One of the U.S.'s biggest goals is to make sure Iran doesn't get a nuclear weapon. So that's what a lot of this is about. And I guess in the back and forth, and they've been kind of at war with each other, but not directly. Yeah. And then recently, the U.S. they turned up on them and they killed this dude Soleimani, which is he's the head of their elite Kurds force. It's one of their elite units out there, and he was considered the second most powerful person in Iran. So that's where we at now. The U.S. was just all right, we gonna kill you,
right?
And so the question is now, where are we headed with Iran? Because that was a lot of people feel this is that's not him.
Nah, that's not him.
Yeah, it's Soleimani.
Yeah, just put 20. Well, keep going.
Yeah, but so I mean, but that's where we at now. A couple weeks ago, a lot of people were tense. I know I was nervous.
I was scared.
I was like, yo, where are we headed with this?
I was scared. I was definitely scared, and I felt yo, would they do something to DC? I'm talking about atomic bomb level. You know what I mean? I got a little paranoid, and I was like, I don't think that they would do that because all of the world leaders are here.
Yeah. Nah.
So I'm like, all right, well maybe kind of safe.
I mean,
you live in New York, so I don't know.
They're not coming to Brooklyn.
Yeah, all right.
Like
But they would never be stupid enough to do that, though.
Right.
And
I would hope.
And I feel like you just saying like the U.S., but didn't he do it without permission from Congress? Like
I can't hear you on
Yeah,
the mic.
but-
You gotta talk where those words are.
That's
on the
true.
mic.
so when he did it, when Trump did call the order, he did not go to Congress.
Yeah, and that's being discussed right now.
Right. So because he did that, they need to show up. Where's the White House at?
1600 Pennsylvania
They need
Avenue.
to show up right there.
Drop that pin right over there.
Right there, or on his wherever he tweet that he at, they need to drop it right there because at the end of the day, I'm gonna be real, that's not my problem.
Yeah.
So do y'all think he did this to distract
dodge.
from impeachment?
No, I think he did it because he's like, oh, if I'm getting impeached, I'm gonna do this shit anyway.
It's
I'm
a
going
bit-
out with a bang.
Literally, damn. Nah, I don't know. I feel like yes, I do.
I mean,
like I'm not even going.
I mean,
front,
I
like,
think I don't know if that was like the driving force behind it. I'm sure it was a benefit. Though.
So I heard a stat, and it was just through conversation, but it was said that no president has ever lost running for the second term when the country was at war. You think about George Bush and others, but they use George Bush as an example because George Bush was like a horrible president then. And I was like, damn, like just by knowing that, even if it's not technically true or whatever, I still feel like that might be like.
It might be because I know like the one person who was going to lose was President Lyndon B. Johnson, and he ended up like resigning because he realized like, yo, this Vietnam War is crazy. I'm about to lose.
Right.
So. So you think like that was just like it's an election year?
Yeah, like yo, it's an election year. Like I got to do something to build my base.
Maybe.
You know what
I mean, Trump is one of them people where like the worst things you think about politics, like he's really about that.
That's a fact.
So things that I would have once thought like, yo, that's a little outlandish. Like people wouldn't really, like he might actually
People
be doing
love
that.
it.
Yo,
People love it, and it's not even in the sense of like yo, it's so crazy. Like nobody's gonna vote for him this time. It's like the followers.
Millions of people are gonna vote for him
like,
again.
Yo, they love it.
Yeah,
they love it.
Enthusiastically are gonna vote for him.
Yeah. Like tight. Like what's crazy is I showed my students a clip from Hershey, Pennsylvania. Actually, of they like yo, if they don't vote him back, like if he's impeached, like I'm going to war with the people here.
Yeah.
Like
Civil war.
I'm like yo, like they were anticipating a civil war if Trump was impeached.
I just saw a post
And that's in Pennsylvania, above the Mason-Dixon.
Yeah, I just saw a post from a former Major League Baseball player. He was like, yo. I'm taking my son to the range, and we're gonna like prepare just in case Bernie Sanders wins because we need to have a gun in the era of socialism in America. Like that's what they on. Like this is like the culture war in America is crazy.
Huge.
It's
crazy.
crazy.
I don't know. Go ahead.
No, I hate to break it down to even like black and white. You know what I mean? Like
Wow.
Because
it's a whole like it's racial though.
Yeah,
it is racial.
But it's a
There's
huge
an
can of
element.
worms, man. It's a huge can of worms because I feel like even as a young black man, like so now what happens? Like, do you start to put your kids in all black everything? Do you start to like separate the way we are currently living even more?
What do you mean by that?
Like segregation.
Like segregation.
Yeah.
Because if this guy is feeling so strong, like yo, we got to go get a gun if Bernie Sanders wins. Like if they're feeling in Pennsylvania so strong, like yo, if they do something crazy to Trump, it's a wrap. So what do they feel about me and you as we walking down the street?
So you want to help because I'm sure they would love for segregation to come.
Yeah, I don't think segregation in this day and age would work because then we're just gonna have a Tulsa, Oklahoma incident.
But I think if it's so extreme to the point where this man is going to the gun range to teach his son, who is he teaching him to shoot?
No, I think he's teaching him to shoot, like just to be able to defend himself, which actually brings
Against
us
who,
into
though? That's what he's saying.
Against me? Against who?
Yeah.
Well, I mean, so the post that I'm talking about, he said against socialists. Like, so that's really what I mean. They claim to be afraid of.
But then you got to look at who does Bernie Sanders represent?
That's a good
Who
point.
does he represent?
Like, I mean, the poor, the marginalized, like all the people that like white people,
the minority,
feel threatened by.
Right.
The thing
That's
about
a good
it,
point.
the thing about it is, all this hysteria. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
All this hysteria happened around Obama as well.
Yeah.
Oh,
But like,
yeah.
oh my gosh, if we gotta make sure that we protect Obama at all costs because all these things are gonna happen to him while he's in office, and it didn't because it's just hysteria.
But I think the difference is that President Obama wasn't moving in the same way, right? Like President Obama isn't going to the extreme to the point where the people don't feel comfortable hitting that same extreme. If the leader is going so far, like, yo, let's get him. Like we about to nuke everybody. You know what I mean? Like I'm rocking with this. Like Putin is my man. Like if the leader of the organization is going to extremes, we grabbing him by the pussy. If he sets the tone with the extreme case, then the norm goes up to that extreme as well.
But people who are extreme are going to be extreme. It's just that you know about it now. Like I'm from the Midwest, and there are some extremes in the Midwest, right? Ohio, we are the swing state. You don't win the election if you don't win Ohio. So it's a battleground state. It's crazy around election time.
Oh yeah.
In Iowa, in Ohio, in Florida, it's major.
Yeah.
And you see a lot of. There's not a lot of black people going to the polls.
Yeah.
There's not a lot of black people that live in Ohio, mind you. So I feel like it's one of those things where Obama winning both terms, right, and winning Ohio in both terms, but now we're a red state, which that's a whole
like.
But I think
Trump won Ohio, he won Wisconsin, which Democrats usually always win.
I mean, all these liberals in DC, it's like, yeah, okay, cool, but we're not
wild.
a blip.
But I think President Obama being able to I think President Obama can calm the people.
But President Obama, what he represented scares America.
Facts.
Oh yeah.
What he represented, and that's more dangerous than anything that comes out of Trump's mouth.
So, but President Obama has said that.
I mean, but everything that comes out of Trump's mouth is a reaction to what Obama represents, though.
Yeah, I personally, this is my crazy conspiracy theory. Remember the State of the Union? I believe it was the second one where he invited Trump, and then he no, not the State of the Union. I'm sorry, the dinner. What's the name of the dinner?
Oh, the White House Correspondents' Dinner.
Yeah, the Correspondents' Dinner. Yes, and then he invited Trump, and he had like a 5-minute bit on him, like just cutting his ass, and he was just sitting there, and I looked at him and he's like, "Yo, I'm gonna run."
Yeah,
and I'm gonna undo all the shit that he did for whoever.
I mean, the levels that he goes to erase Obama from the history books are crazy.
But also, his big push was really about Obama not being American.
Right.
Oh yeah. That was but that set his platform for his battle against immigration. Like that was the tone that he was setting right then and there.
Absolutely.
Right. Attacking Obama and his citizenship. Like that's what he's all about. Yeah. Separation.
That's why he has so many neo-Nazis supporting him.
But I think that goes to what I'm saying is that for the simple fact, he once again doesn't represent
the minority
what we look like
on such an extreme case. And I think you're saying Ohio to be the swing state, which means the people who were that extreme were at least going to chill when Obama is here. Because the majority feels this way.
But I'm saying that they weren't chill. You
guys
just didn't hear about it. There are sundown cities where you can't, after dark, be in the city, be in the town if you're black. Yeah. That is something that has been going on for years. I'm saying that you're from a more liberal
area.
And I'm saying that these extreme people who were burning crosses and stuff like that, they were doing that during the Obama administration.
But I feel like with Trump in office,
they're more visible and unashamed about it. I agree with that.
Now do I think it's more visible? I think now that expands. Right. I think now we're not just staying in Ohio no more because they said it was cool for me to do that in New York too. That's my point. Is I think that, like you're saying, it was in that one horse town in the West, wherever, right? But I think with your current president, that's nah, we ain't got to stay here no more. We ain't got to pretend this is an Ohio thing no more.
He said
he's empowering. We about to pull up to.
Yeah.
We about to go to the middle of Cali and do this now because the leader said this was okay.
So then that also takes us to the other thing that we was talking about a few weeks ago at for New Year's or whatnot, talking about bearing arms.
Guns.
So my stance on it is that I think that we should bear arms. I already went to the gun store. I got some quotes on some stuff, and I'm gonna look to start with just a 4 or 5 and then gradually work my way up. Z's was saying
I'm against it.
He's against it.
I don't like it. I don't like it, man. And I think you scary already.
I'm not.
Who, like him?
Yeah, no, a young black man.
Like a black man.
You scary already. Now you got a gun. They shoot through your window with no gun.
Because
they shoot through your window with no response.
That's exactly what happened in Texas.
That's what happened. Yeah. We already blasting your stuff with nothing. So now we gonna add a gun to this conversation?
Can I at least go out with a
with a
blast
bang?
and back?
That's how we about to be.
No, I'm not gonna say that. I'm not gonna do that. What I'm saying is that I feel like as a homeowner, you're even if you're renting, you can have a gun even if you're renting. I think that you should be able to protect yourself in your physical place.
But from who?
From anyone. From anyone.
Protection.
So what about?
Isn't there a rule against? There's a law.
It's called
right.
Yeah, but not only stand your ground. It's called.
Are you talking stand your ground?
Yeah, like with your house, like I think there's already a law.
Yeah,
with that.
I mean,
it's murky. It's murky waters.
Right. So,
but I'm saying in the event, because we was talking about the whole like potential World War III shit, all this other shit. If niggas start wilding out around here,
but that's
I can't fight everybody.
But that's the thing, though. That's the thing. If World War III breaks out, you think your little 45
is gonna handle it?
It hold 10 clips.
Safe.
It hold 10 clips. I could do damage with.
Do damage to who?
You got 10 cats.
To who?
If the whole community, you got 10 of them.
The confidence that comes with it, though. The confidence that comes with it might get you through, though.
Oh, I know. I
think it's a false sense of security.
I know.
I agree. Like, I think it's a complete false sense of security.
It's not a false. Yeah, so we spoke about that too.
Yeah.
I disagree with that because it's not false because it's actually real. It's not a false sense of security. It's a real security.
The thing is, there are high statistics of people who have been killed in their homes and they've been gun owners.
Absolutely.
And you're more likely to be shot by somebody you know in your house on accident
with
than you are with your own gun.
Yeah.
Than you are to be shot. And I brought up that.
You are providing the weapon.
You're providing the weapon, man.
Right. And there's other precautions that we mentioned that one would take, lock it in the lockbox, all of that stuff. I get that.
And then we talked about how quickly you would be able to get the gun out.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, it's a false sense of security.
But
I don't think it's
real.
false.
It's not real.
And that's not to say that there's never been an example of a gun saving something.
Right.
But it's not something that you can say like, yo, if World War III breaks out, I'm gonna have my 45 and
I think the only thing that's gonna save you is your capital. Like what? Your capital, your money.
Like hopping on a space jet and going to
the moon.
To the moon. Yeah,
right. Facts only.
That's the only thing.
Facts only.
You.
Like money is gonna. He acts the way he acts, and people vote for him because even there's people in the Latin community, right?
Yeah,
they consider themselves Trump supporters because they.
Which I find fascinating.
Which is fascinating, but also from what I learned from...
I think I understand that.
Right. From what I learned, though, too, is that they feel like they have to come here and work hard, and they have a sense of economic wealth. And so they tie their wealth to be... them being equivalent in some sort to the white man.
Right.
From when you hear them speak.
Right.
So if that's the case, right, money is everything. So I agree with Zeta. I don't think holding a gun is going to save you. Mm-hmm. I think... To go back to the Trump thing and everything, the only thing that's gonna save people is what's in your pocket.
Yeah.
But I even think you can even go a step further. Like that's Uncle Phil. Uncle Phil was my man, right? Like Fresh Prince. But I think he even felt like, yo, I got bread. Like they can't get me. That was Carlton's whole thing. Like the police pulled us over. We was acting. We was normal.
About the
episode.
Okay.
Yeah. Like the police pulled us over. We was acting crazy. The system works. And in Carlton's mind, the system works. Like that was fine. You know what I mean? Will was the only one like, yo, dude.
Yeah.
That ain't.
Yeah.
Yo, and a quick side note for all of those people who were celebrating on my Facebook timeline. I'm gonna put this video on my Facebook timeline. But like, there was no need to celebrate Trump's impeachment because they haven't even moved on to the second part where it has to be taken to the Senate and the vote has to happen, which more than likely, since they're all majority Republican, he is not gonna get like formally like charged. Yes, the impeachment is on his record, but I'm just saying, because that shit got me tight.
It's true. No, because
no.
That really got me.
My reading.
No, not even that.
That really got me tight.
My
I was
point
so bothered because I'm like, yo, don't celebrate the little victories. That to me, that's like.
All I'm saying is you seem pretty happy that he's gonna not be impeached.
Well, so I think about it, and so no, don't do that.
Did you
don't
see
do
that?
No, don't do that. Don't do that. You can't do that this episode.
Stop celebrating.
No, I'm not saying.
Relax.
I'm saying because it hasn't.
My man is still about to be president.
No. I'm saying, but would you rather have him or get him out of here? And now we have, for the remainder of this term, Mike Pence.
It's
both one and the same.
They're both bad, but I would rather have somebody who isn't connected to like.
So you would rather,
being a
but
traitor.
isn't Mike Pence like? Let's
He's
say
a terrible
they're
person.
Similar, right?
He's terrible.
At least he has the political.
He's terrible.
At least he has like the political like. You know what I mean?
The savvy.
Exactly. So he's in a sense he could potentially be worse.
But there's something to be said about being predictable though.
Right.
I think there's a quality, like even if I don't like a president, like and you're not gonna, there are gonna be years where you don't like what a president does and says.
Right.
But at least it's predictable. Like Trump is too unpredictable, man.
What's the time we on?
I got us, but we got like 4 minutes.
Okay.
Yeah, like I'd rather get like the cookie cutter like bad conservative president than
Bush.
Like Bush.
Get Bush back in there.
You know what I mean? Like
And Mike Pence now everybody love Bush.
which is crazy.
So bad.
Which is crazy.
Right.
I don't think people.
He resurrected Bush. Okay?
Right.
And who's painting in Texas?
Yo, he's painting now. I think he made did he make a book of the artwork? I don't know. But yeah,
he's living
like,
his life.
America loves him now. They're like, oh, actually, he
So what do you
wasn't
think
that
is
bad.
worse, the Soleimani assassination or the Iraq War? Like, I think the Iraq War was a little bit worse than that.
I'm always very confused on what was the focus of the
Iraq War.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, the justification for the Iraq War was nuclear weapons. They said that Iraq was developing nuclear weapons, and this is right after 9/11.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
they lied, they scared us, and made up some evidence, or they cherry picked evidence and said, look, like they have nuclear weapons, and that was the whole.
But there was so many other conspiracies
That
with that. Correct me if I'm wrong. Wasn't that around the same time as the Gaddafi? The Gaddafi thing. So Gaddafi was trying to make. He was saying like, why can't we back our currency?
You mean when Gaddafi was killed?
Yeah,
that was way later. Gaddafi was killed like during Obama's presidency.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is like, okay, maybe I have like the timeline.
Wasn't it oil?
Yeah, so it was like
the currency thing.
Yeah,
like they wanted to unite Africa.
Fast forward into him being assassinated.
Yo, but I never understand why people like try to make it seem like Gaddafi was a good person though.
It wasn't the fact that he was a good person, because we know that he was a harsh individual. From what I've seen,
it's a very.
I'm just saying. But with what he was trying to do with that deal, it would basically make African countries like more prominent depending on the amount of gold that they had, which we all know that.
I don't know the specifics behind that, but
it was basically saying.
But like, I know he wanted to do a common currency, unite Africa.
Yeah, but
and people think that he was killed because of that.
Because of that, yeah. But I guess I might be tying up the stories or whatnot.
Yeah, that happened way.
Okay. Yeah. All right, cool. Well, shit. I don't know, man. Do you think we should take a quick break, and then we go into like the remainder of what we was talking about, or any closing statements on the whole like Trump impeachment, this whole Iran shit?
I don't know. I mean, I feel like I said, what do y'all think about it?
Yo,
I hope we don't go to war.
Of course not. I mean, I think this is one of those scenarios where the U.S. is so much more powerful than Iran.
Yeah.
That even though we violated, like Iran's,
they're
gonna have to take that on the chin.
I think that's regular U.S.
Yeah. I mean,
I don't know, because
this is extreme. Like yo, we killed somebody high level, man, in their government. That would be like Iran killing Mark Esper, like our Secretary of Defense, somebody high ranking.
And then they're gonna be dropped. Well, whatever.
But
so
they would never do that.
We're gonna take this quick break, and then we'll be right back.
Ooh, I like where she's going to.
Okay. We are back.
I like where she's going.
Let's talk about it. Let's talk about it.
She's going.
So we were supposed to talk about something, but I think that we're gonna nah. We're absolutely
we gonna talk. We want to talk.
We're absolutely gonna have this conversation. So one of our anonymous audience members stated that she doesn't think that Z is actually pro-black. And when Z said on the last episode, we'll do a pin up on YouTube if you're watching it. A link to that episode. But on the episode, Z said that he was pro-black, and she said she doesn't believe him. Z's asked, "Why do you not believe me?" And then she said, "Well, I would rather you
explain what makes you pro-black.
Besides saying Wakanda forever." Exactly that there. Because that's all I know.
Enough with the slogans.
So let's
well, the thing about
grown man bars.
So you gotta deal with.
But no, like that's. Yeah, let's hear that then. That's a different twist, but let's go.
So again, I guess I definitely think I'm very pro-black. I definitely think I do my best with the black community. I think that's one of the reasons why I think I've turned into, like, we're not going toot my own horn, but I definitely became a distinguished teacher. Like my lesson plan was on point this past week, and again, my classroom is all black. A lot of the young black boys, from where I worked previously at the middle school level, currently here at the high school level now, definitely follow me. I've definitely put down, like, there was a point where once a week we were doing movie trips with the young black boys at my school. We were
gunshots.
You know what I mean? I've been coaching. You know what I mean? Young minority.
A white
students.
woman. A female woman team.
Bars.
I currently, you know what I mean?
Bars.
Like I currently.
Also, white university.
I am a young black man, so it's not like something I can turn around and be like, nah, you're not pro-black. Like, it's like, this is who I am.
This is all first verse.
This is all I know. So I mean, to feel like, nah, you're not pro-black, especially when it comes to like black women, when it comes to like my family, when it comes to what I perceive. You know what I mean? Again, like I feel like I've caught a little bit of slack because, you know what I mean, like my quote unquote
the old trick.
It's like you're not gonna call me anti-black.
Like the quote unquote, you know, how I grew up and the way I grew up or whatever, I may not be like, but now
All right,
like
well, let's stop there.
we
You
here.
gotta turn that up.
We here.
Because I kind of want to hear why.
You feel differently.
Yeah.
Yeah, talk to
I
the
really do
words
wanna
on
hear
that mic. So let's hear that. Wherever the words are, that's the front of that mic. So
I think we just need to clarify one thing just so everyone knows. Can somebody please read the definition of pro-black, maybe so the audience kind of get some context? So,
but
You
also,
do it, sis.
Oh, I'll read it. Oh, we can take this.
So you don't think there's a consensus?
Oh, wow. Okay,
No, I'm
according
saying
to
that so they have
UrbanDictionary.com,
context.
pro-black is a lifestyle that encourages the economic growth and development of black people as a whole, with the purpose of increasing the wealth and population of black people around the world, whether it be spending money with black-owned businesses in your communities or online. Promoting love for the black people and encouraging black youth is the purpose is to keep uplifting black people in America, to be proud and the same time. I don't know why it says that at the end.
So
listen.
Okay.
For me to attack you on this mic would make me not pro-black
But
as my brother. But
yeah, I'm
what
gonna
you're
say.
not
like I'm not
gonna
gonna
do-
stoop to your level.
No, but
you're
I would
not
like to
gonna
hear a
do?
little bit though. No. This isn't to shade Z.
No, not at all. Like, and I'm definitely
I thought
curious.
this
I
was
think
the
this
shade
is
Z's.
where growth happens. this is where growth happens.
So my thing is, number one, right? We've had conversations about undergrad, and I went to an HBCU that you didn't know about. Pop. Where's the pop?
My fault.
Yeah, the HBCU you didn't know about.
What was the HBCU?
This is shout out to Central State University in Wilberforce, Ohio.
Oh, I know about that one.
Yeah. HBCU love.
In
If you
Ohio.
love black people,
Yeah.
you're down with the HBCU love, right?
I mean,
okay, you don't.
I mean,
we good. We good.
All right, you know what I
okay,
was gonna
so-
say.
Yeah.
You don't go out of your way to shop black, my friend.
Oh.
Also, didn't you
Go out of your way to do what?
Socioeconomically disadvantaged black youth to go teach where?
PG County.
Right.
Yeah.
Don't but don't
But
hype
you
that
know
up
what?
like
Yeah.
No, but
you left. Those kids needed you in DC, sir, and you left to make.
Wow.
took a pay cut.
But the thing is, you took a pay cut, but then you have time for your business, right?
Yeah. Oh.
And my business
But I'm
proposed what?
saying that it was something that you did. So the kids that you work with, they're all black.
Yes.
I feel like she's
Yes.
calling him a
so
sellout.
check this out. If you look up
I feel like she's calling him a sellout.
I'm not
No,
calling
no,
you a
no,
sellout.
not at
All
all.
I'm saying is that you were sacrificing for the community and then you stopped to make personal gains, which
get a bag.
is promotion of blackness, but it's not pro-black.
So
My
no,
brother.
So check this out. So with all due respect,
know it was gonna go
I was
Yeah,
given.
this is
so
what
no, because I think we're missing some very key specifics.
No,
We're missing
talk
very
about
key specifics.
Talking
right?
shit.
So let's go back to the beginning with this HBCU wave, right? Like coming out of high school, I was really sick. Which is why we had the doctor conversation earlier. So I originally wanted to go to Delaware State, which is an HBCU. And
Go.
My sister graduated from Hampton. You know
Go.
what I mean? So
But that's not you. Your sister may be pro-black.
No. So again, like, but I grew up in a black household where we, like I said, we talked about this point where we
Your
celebrated.
parents being black, that's what you're pulling? My parents are black.
No, so we celebrated.
best friend is
Kwame
black.
Claus. We let you speak, right? And now we eating you
said
up.
we
Just hold it. Just hold
He
it.
said we celebrate Kwame cause.
Yo, I grew up with Kwame Claus. I grew up with Kwanzaa. I grew up very much so in the black community at where we lived and where we grew up. We celebrated each other crazily. Like it was crazy. So then I moved to DC, where you're right. I started teaching at one of the most urban middle schools in DC. And I signed up, and I want to say that, and I've grown since I've been there. Like I started as a teacher, and I was the dean when I left.
Right, but you left before the school year was over.
She said, but you left before
we not
the school.
done.
left
She
the
said,
baby.
So
She said you left before
I was
the
the
school
dean
was
before I
over.
left, right? So that should show the dedication I've put into that school and into that program.
Okay.
To the point that where you've seen the growth on myself. Firstly. Secondly, I didn't leave by choice. Like not leave by choice. Like I was I needed more time to promote a business where my goal is to continue pushing young black men and women through HBCUs. Yeah. As far as like turning the athletic track, you know what I mean, switching on the athletic side, as we've seen Jamil Hill, promote. Like my business is in some ways to promote the growth of young black men and women, so we can continue putting money back into the black community, which would be promoting the black cause in every capacity in that sense, right? To grow the black community back at the HBCUs, right? So we go there and again, talking with the current school situation, that I wanted to stay. I wanted to stay there, but there were different things that I felt like in order for me to reach my goals, right? So I guess if you want to say it was a personal move, yes, but it didn't deter from being black. It didn't make it not black.
He's not even breathing right now.
I know you are black, and you might love black people, but being pro-black is a lifestyle. Is what I'm saying.
And if you read, if you literally promoting the love for black people and encouraging black youth,
I'm gonna keep it a buck. I'm more pro-black than you are.
Wait. But let me jump in real quick.
According to that definition, all that shit about the Trump ha. I'm more. But I do more.
I don't think you can dock points because he didn't know what school you went to.
Oh yeah,
that's not what it is. That's not what it is.
Wait,
the thing about it is, he said, you guys said on the pod that he's like, I'm pro-black. And me myself, I thought to myself,
how
all my pro-black friends, you're not one of them. And I mentioned it to you, and I said, I don't feel like you're pro-black. And your point was like, I'm black. You feel like I'm not putting into question your blackness. But to say that you're pro-black with this lifestyle, strategically putting yourself in the community, taking shots. The thing about it is, you didn't take shots. Right? In education, when you talk about I'm saying putting it all on the line for the kids is what the job is. If you're pro-black and you making moves to benefit yourself, I'm saying is not pro-black.
All right, wait. Before you wait.
Words versus action is what she's saying.
Yeah, before you respond, So, because we say this a lot, so I actually defend your whole everything that you did. I personally don't believe that it's a negative that he chose, or through whatever circumstance he was no longer at that school where he could have been valued or utilized.
You got to take care of
better.
yourself first.
But yeah, so my thing is, I always say, like, how can I help if I'm not even in the predicament to help? You know what I mean? So he could have stayed, stuck it out, but would he have been making the biggest impact? Would he have been making the biggest impact if he didn't choose to take the step back? Like, hindsight is 20/20. All I'm saying is 5 years from now, once his business is a well-oiled machine and it's benefiting however many black youth, because his business that he wants to do is it's only catered to people that come from where we come from, basically. So is it a negative that he decided to take that step back, but, we don't know what the future brings?
We went from one black school to the next.
He does work for another black school. But I see what you're saying, because those kids are probably at risk.
Both schools are still black. It's not like we changed demographics.
But black does not equal that's why I said socioeconomically disadvantaged.
Yeah.
I didn't say black. You're saying black as if black is associated with being socioeconomically disadvantaged. That's not what I'm saying.
But that would infer that, like, because the middle class doesn't need help, they don't need guidance either. Like, that would show that one black student is better off than the other one because they, you know what I mean? Like that's saying, like, because you're middle class black, you don't need as much help as the other one, or like you're not as good.
The thing about
that's not true and not fair.
The thing about it in education is that there's a racial aspect, but there's also a socioeconomical aspect that negates the racial aspect. Is what I'm saying. Now listen to this. The 30,000 word gap that happens with young children is about education level, not about race or how much money they make. So you could be a black kid who has educated black parents and you guys are poor, and that child will still be better off than a child that is socioeconomically disadvantaged, is what I'm saying. And that doesn't matter when it comes to race.
So if the color doesn't matter, then your case is done.
No, it's not.
But then it's no longer a pro-black situation.
You're talking about being pro-black. I'm not talking about education as a whole. I'm talking about being pro-black.
Yeah.
And when people I consider pro-black are the people in the trenches who put themselves in the gutter despite themselves.
But you could work from a different angle, though. You could work from a different angle. Not everyone has.
But it's not a pro-black angle. It's a different angle.
Can I ask a question?
You know what I'm saying?
Why did you
I can't hear nothing you
your
saying.
Previous job? Why did you quit your previous job?
I was making more money even.
Right.
He did take a pay
I
cut.
took a crazy pay cut. You know
But why?
So
And I
I
was confused
left
on
because I didn't have the time allowed to work on the athletic track 1, and I didn't have the time to
You didn't have the time.
coach this basketball
Follow-up
team.
question. But wouldn't you say that, like, if you were pro-black, and I think you are pro-black, but I'm just,
Yeah,
we're having a
listen.
conversation. So, like, if you, like, wouldn't that have been a better position to be in to, like, impact a lot of the issues that a pro-black person would want to impact? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you like, the students that you used to have needed your help more than the students that you have
And
now.
I'm not willing to say they need my help
Okay.
more.
All right.
I'm not willing to say they need my help more at all.
Okay.
Like, I think, right, in order to build the black community, you need people who are in the mind space and,
At different
and
levels.
the place at different
And the
levels
level,
in
I
order
feel
to
like-
build that community.
Right, and I feel
Okay.
like
Right?
it's
And-
I feel like it's very unfair to look at his situation and then say that he's not pro-black, because that's what you're saying is that in order to be pro-black, from what I'm getting,
You got to be in the
I think
trenches.
You got to be in the trenches, and that's not true. Because,
not true.
So it's the same thing like they would say to about Jay-Z and them, right? Like, if I'm not in a door that y'all want to get in, how am I gonna pull y'all up?
Right.
So it's like people want people to be pro-black, but you want me to be in the same place where you at. So both of us is in the same
I'ma
place.
keep it a buck.
Who
You
is
can't grow.
there's no growth
Yeah,
and there's no
no.
one.
So
Not
I
only
think-
that,
so wait,
like
no,
the
I
last
think we're-
sentence
second,
of the
so-
thing is what I've been doing the past 7 years
Right.
here.
So what he's saying is that, well, and this is just because I'm going off of what you said. I think what he's trying to do is build to progress. Like my mom always says, Rome is not built in one day. If he stays in one place, he may benefit one group, but the more time he takes to
which
grow,
is what I was trying to say from the
he's
beginning. Like,
he's
so-
gonna make a greater impact making a move, and that's what I think he's trying to do.
I think there's a lot that goes into the definition of pro-black, and there's some things.
I mean,
that
yo,
you
bro,
don't
you're
do,
on Urban
but-
Dictionary, my nigga. Like,
Well, Urban Dictionary. Okay,
let's get a little bit more
so
official.
listen.
So the Urban
I
Dictionary,
feel
Urban
like-
Dictionary not good as good as Webster's. You can't learn definitions in Word.
I feel
This
like
is-
this
this is Urban
conversation
Dictionary.
is based
Yeah, so
on
it's less than Webster's.
how
Yeah,
we
it's
grew
less
up,
than.
correct?
Yes, that's the right.
How you grew up.
I think that has the definition of what I consider pro-black is skewed by my upbringing.
Right.
I feel like we grew up in two different types of communities.
So
And I think that what I see the need in the black community has to do with how I grew up.
Yeah.
And that's like kids in the gutter. So I look at kids in the gutter, I'm like, these are the kids I have to help. You didn't. So your mindset is like, I'm trying to help the kids in the middle because when I was in the middle, this is what I didn't have. I
Okay.
think that's what we're coming from.
That's a
So me
valid
and you
point.
are not going to see the same. I'm not going to see
Ooh.
my
That's a
definition
valid
of pro-black is
it's
not
very
going to be
different.
yours.
But does it make me
Mine-
but in your definition
it's
it
two
makes me
different lanes.
less.
It's two different lanes. I'm saying to me, you have to be in the gutters
Yeah.
for me to say respect, right? That's how I feel. That is my definition of pro-black.
Okay.
I'm not saying that our definition isn't even the same, so we can't
Right.
even calibrate where you are on my definition because it's not the same. It's not the same thing.
I
So-
don't think
But
you
I
pro-black.
don't think it's
think
not.
you a little
but it's not
bogus.
definitions
I
that.
think
What?
you a little bogus. Oh God,
But it
hold
wouldn't
up.
be definitions. It would be
Wait, so
experiences, no?
according to Wiktionary.com,
What?
the free dictionary, come on.
I
It
don't
just
know,
says
like-
pro-black says it's an adjective and it's supporting or favoring black people. I think that he
And that's a
does.
pretty broad definition.
Because then that would mean Kim
Then he-
Kardashian's
Pro-black.
pro-black.
She is
that would mean
pro-black.
that
She not pro-black? You don't think so?
I think that you guys
No.
are taking this.
No, I don't
to the
think that.
extreme.
I think
No,
she's
I'll say
pro-black.
this. I'll say this.
How?
In high
What?
school.
Well,
No,
'cause
we're
she-
not
'cause
talking
she
about Kim
does
Kardashian, man. She don't matter. She don't matter.
She frees
She don't
one
matter.
Isaiah, I
black
feel like
person a
you're
year or
taking
something
this-
like that.
You're taking this.
He is taking it personal.
as a-
No. I'm not taking it personal. I'm good. Like, we having a conversation. But like, I will say in high school, I went to an all-white high school. There were 3 black boys in my graduating class, right? The vice principal was a black man.
You
And-
mentioned this on the podcast, so
I mentioned this before. The vice principal was a black man, and I can remember like a lot of different things. The year before I got there was a huge riot. Even like going into my freshman year at this high school, there was a riot at the school where the black and white kids were at each other's throats. And that's why this principal was quote unquote hired to come in. So like we started at the school together, or maybe started the year before I got there. Either way, it was very close. It was very close knit, and I remember having a conversation in his office, like, yo, like in order to, in some cases, like keep your sanity, like you would have to go sit and just talk to him in his office once a week. You know what I mean? Every other week, just to keep your sanity. And he started at quote unquote what you would call the trenches school.
yeah.
And he would be like, yo, like Like me coming here, he was like, yo, I almost felt like a bit of a sellout. To your point, like almost like a bit of a sellout coming here with the students who are currently here and the demographics that are currently here. But it almost speaks to like he finished the conversation off with, but you don't need me? Like because you're not in the trenches, you don't need me here? And I'm like, yo, like absolutely not. Like I need this. Like I need to see you here in this position so that the rest of us can grow, so that I can see that there is more. Because if everybody at the school is white and there's 3 of us here, we don't need the black vice principal? And to your point, that would be like, yo, you're not in the trenches with me here at the black school still, at the black middle high school still. So it's not needed at this school. And that is not fair.
That's not what I'm saying. But do you call that guy pro-black is what I'm saying to you.
Yes, I would call him pro-black as well.
From your experience.
But if
from your experience, because my thing is, I grew up in Columbus, Ohio, right? Yeah. Ohio's very white in general. My mom found the only black Christian school in the city, and we went to that school for elementary school. She found the only black Christian school. I had 8 kids in my 8th grade class. 8 children.
That's a great class.
Right? And this is a black Christian. My mom had a very clear way that she wanted us
Would you
to
do
grow
that?
up. I was in a black church, lived in a black neighborhood. My grandparents owned their house as black people in Ohio. And I feel like my definition of blackness is on a different level. I grew up in a place that could have been very different.
So is there anything specific? Like anything specifically?
The vibes I get from you, right? Because I feel like we never talk about black stuff. Even we were watching When They See Us, and you just like have, maybe it's just like I said, we don't
just on a different level of,
because I don't feel like you share black shit with me.
I feel like that's what I was saying
it's
before.
Okay, we be cursing and stuff.
But why wouldn't you?
And I feel like when people come in my house and when people vibe with me,
just not
it's
the
like
kid.
one of my teachers, one of my parents, and one of my kids, she's like, you just remind me of a different world. Like your vibe is very like 90s black girl in college type vibe. And I just feel like everybody gives off a vibe. You never came across to me as a person that was pro-black. And it's not a shot towards you because now we know that my definition and your definition are 2 completely different things. You grew up in white spaces. I grew up in very placed black spaces.
You went to school.
You said you went to school. Like
High school was very white.
School is a very significant amount.
But he grew up in a black neighborhood.
Black neighborhood.
Yeah.
I can say, I'm
that's
not
what we're
saying
saying. Her
that
talk. Just let her talk.
The first time I ever saw white people was at competitions we would have, and I would see them 3 times a year. That was it.
Yeah.
Outside of like it, so my community was very black. My mindset of pro-black is just different. People who are in the trenches, I do consider who are putting it on the line for black people is what I consider pro-black.
Okay, gotcha.
Okay.
I think I personally believe that you can assist in you can be pro-black from different vantage points.
Right.
Like, and
Everybody has a role.
yeah,
But
Everybody has a
kids,
role.
Like I feel like once you start a school year,
You gotta stay.
I feel like that.
Yeah.
No matter what happens, you have to stick that school year out because kids are
Right.
leaving. They're like, "Mommy, where did so and so go?" and all of that. Like, yeah, I'm not gonna say it that way,
okay, I think we get
but
it. Right?
I think that's.
I get it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I think what separates you from most people is I think you probably emphasize like the black middle class. Like we got to build that out. We got to grow that out,
Yeah.
and you emphasize less on
Lower class.
people.
But what about?
Am I right about that?
I guess
Black
we'll
businesses.
take that.
Yeah.
Promoting black businesses.
I'm down for the black businesses too.
Yeah. I don't know. I don't know much about your spending habits,
Living blessed.
but I know one thing that I do. I can only talk about myself in this. Like, there's certain ways that I'm not pro-black. That's a fact. We spoke about it. I said I'm not marching. Like, remember that whole shit. Like, we had those talks.
Yeah.
But I do
that.
have a friend, Morgan, distinctively creative. She does like different. We've been to her events where she has like,
dope events too.
yeah, like just it's basically like a cohort, and it's an event. It's providing music, entertainment, all of that stuff. But then you could also shop locally with like black-owned business, so you could buy whatever they're selling. You know what I mean? And I've been to like a few of her events, so I always love doing that. But yeah, I think Z's is pro-black. It's just different. It's just from a different vantage point. You know what I mean? I don't know.
I think y'all keep using the definition. Like, for me, like, I hear y'all talking, but y'all are just saying words because y'all are not talking about a definition. Because the definition doesn't fucking change. The definition's in front of you.
We
talking
went off
about-
of it.
What are y'all
These
talking
aren't
about?
even reputable things.
I went to
again-
Webster
Well,
because
that's
they
what-
were trying to.
Once again,
It's not pro-black. It's
Yeah, I
pro-black.
looked up pro-black on Webster.
that was just
It
pro.
was just pro. I looked up pro, and then I
But
I
the thing
clicked
about-
black
I don't
first.
think that pro-black is defined by any one.
It's only
because we all have a voice.
No, but you read a definition that was really good. That was
it was
good.
the Urban Dictionary one that y'all cited.
Oh, for real?
Yeah.
But what I'm
Go back
saying
to it.
y'all
Go back
is
to it. Go back to
just so
it.
y'all know, y'all listen to all our screaming experiences. So the reason why y'all keep going back and forth is because not that y'all have different definitions of.
Can't hear nothing you
pro-black.
saying on the mic. I don't know
It's
if you
fine.
want. That's
But
not
y'all
fine.
y'all are really just talking about different black experiences.
We talking about different black experiences.
Oh
That's
yeah,
all
that
it
was
is.
Urban Dictionary. That is a good definition.
this is the perfect.
That definition
Yeah.
is perfect. So technically, he is by that definition in some sort.
I don't think. I
pro-black.
think it's very hard to fit
I get what
in
she's
all of
saying.
these.
But the problem is it's a slippery slope. Because if a white person does all the things on here, right?
Yeah.
That make them pro-black.
I mean,
that's the slippery slope.
Then
of what my definition.
Right, because for her definition that in order to be pro-black, you have to be black. Then that's what you're just.
yeah. I mean, but I think that's like
I'm saying that we.
I don't know how
but
true that is.
We said that
But
Kim
that's what she's
Kardashian.
saying.
I'm saying that we said that Kim Kardashian falls under all these categories, and you're like, nah, she's not pro-black.
I didn't say no. I said yes.
Nah, she's not. I said she
She
was.
said that. I didn't say that. But I get what
I don't
you're
think you
saying.
have to be black to be pro-black.
I don't think so either. I don't think so either.
I didn't say that.
But I'm saying like that's what I'm saying. It's experiences because somebody could because it's the experience.
I don't know. I
If
think
you
it's.
call a white
I'm gonna
person-
keep it a buck. I read that twice, and I keep looking up at it. It's hard to fit all of those boxes.
It really is.
I literally
It really-
tried to open up a bank account, a business account with the first bank here, the first black bank ever, Industrial Bank. They gave me the hardest runaround. So I was like, all right, cool. I'm gonna go to Navy Federal. Like I'm not trying to be bad, but it's literally that. And I have multiple experiences with certain things up there, but definitely like that banking
I
part.
don't think it's saying that you have to be everything. But
Well,
I'm
if you
saying
then
that-
if you don't have to be everything, then
no, but I also get.
Nah,
what
I
you're
take
saying.
Urban Dictionary. You can only find a few words on Urban Dictionary. You know what I mean? Like words from my culture. Facts. Y'all don't. Okay.
how high do you rate like Urban Dictionary
I think you could
in terms
really
of sources? How high?
It depends on what you're talking about.
Nah.
Ebonics. You take Ebonics in an African American class at a PWI.
Ebonics.
If you're talking about Ebonics.
I know, but like,
Okay.
yeah, I'm just talking about like sources.
Where else are you gonna find the definition of a term that's from our culture?
Oh yeah, for slang, yeah, Urban Dictionary is
Ebonics.
great.
That's what I'm saying. That's Ebonics.
Okay,
Yeah.
but generally speaking,
But
Yeah.
people using
Nah,
terms
hell no,
with the
nah.
Yeah,
Come
yeah,
on,
yeah.
man. I'm going to web. I got a dictionary right over there. So, all right, yo, raise your hand if you think Zeta's pro-black. 1, 2, 3. You don't shop black, bro.
But it doesn't. That's what I'm saying.
I know. I'm front. You pro-black, bro.
It's all good.
Yeah,
It's all
you good.
You know
It's
what I
just
mean?
different.
We ain't worried
I
about
think.
it.
I think personally, if I had to give my 2 cents on it, I think the leaving that school was probably a blow.
but I do see the points you were making.
It's a big blow,
I do
though.
see
It's
the
a
point.
valid point. Yeah.
She made good points.
Nah, it's a valid point.
I
Our
listen.
experience is very valid.
Yeah, that's a
But
valid
his
point.
experience is very valid too, because I feel like why should I have to
I
like?
never try to invalidate your experience.
I never tried to invalidate your experience.
I never.
You kind of did with the HBCU whole situation, but it's cool.
Oh damn.
Can we talk about that? Because is
Y'all
it
wanna-
more than just you didn't know the name of it? Or
Nah,
you,
I mean, there was just certain, HBCU synchronicities, or whatever you want to call it. And, he just didn't. Whatever, he didn't know.
I was like,
that was
He
it.
didn't know.
ah.
And he kind of tried to play the HBCU experience a little bit. Just a
I
little
never
bit.
tried to play the
And
HBCU.
that kind of made me feel.
What did he
like,
say?
I might
What
have
did he
played
say?
your
What did he say?
experience, But I don't think I played the HBCU.
Talk your shit.
Oh, he said you ain't got no. Oh.
That sound personal, so we gonna move on.
Nah. It's all good. It's all good.
Wow. So wait, but are we gonna talk about that experience? Because if not,
Right.
what we doing?
Nah, I don't have an HBCU experience to even talk about. Like
No,
I
was talking about
one.
that experience, whatever that conversation was about.
I don't even remember that conversation.
All right, well, bet. So we got some other topics that we
The
was gonna
white
talk
flags
about.
are out.
Right. We had some other ones, but I think that we could table those. You know what I mean? We table those and talk about that later. But yo, if y'all good, I'm good. Y'all good?
I'm good.
On what? The episode?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He said the what?
Yo, I don't know. We'll see. We'll see how this shakes out. I hope it wasn't like too much back and forth.
I think it was a lot.
I think it was a lot.
I think it might have
I
been
think that maybe
too
you
much.
should do another
Like,
one.
Like
This
on
one's
top of this?
shorter.
oh, okay. Like, okay, so we could pause this and then throw something else in it. All right, let's do that. We're gonna go to the.
Hey, yo, we not listening to her. We driving
Yo,
this
I don't
shit.
know. She be giving
We
good
driving
points.
this shit. We driving this
I know
shit.
she did come and take over, right?
Yeah, she was like, record another one.
Oh, so we out? Yo, hold on. Yeah, it's a vote of
She's
three.
like, if I had 4 thumbs, I'd give you 4 thumbs down right now.
Damn.
I feel like it was bickering.
Yeah,
Y'all
I feel
would
like there was a lot
definitely-
of back and forth.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, y'all would definitely
I would
argue.
just say my little piece, you say your little piece, but then you were like,
Well, 'cause he took it personal.
I'm like, okay, you're not gonna try to. I gotta defend myself, so then it became.
So niggas gassed it.
Yeah, nah.
Too far. Per usual. Per usual.
You were spitting
You
bars. I'm like,
really were gassed.
Yo, I felt.
spit bars on me. It was
You know,
like,
I
that's
felt.
what you're not
I
gonna
started off feeling disrespected.
Yeah, I saw that.
I mean,
I
yeah, you
said,
perked up. You was like, whoa.
Yeah, I had to sit up and
I didn't
get.
want to talk about it. I originally said.
she did.
on
She
record
did
that I
opt
didn't wanna talk
out
about
to
it.
hold.
All
back.
right.
It's a personal, like.
All right.
That's tough.
It's
but
fine.
it's tough.
But we talked about it.
I definitely
twice.
see. I
We
definitely
talked
see
about
her
it. We
point of
talked
view
about it.
though. But you still pro black.
Yeah.
You gotta do what you gotta do at the end of the day.
I think there are levels to pro blackness.
Yeah, yeah.
And
But
maybe
who want to
it-
be in the trenches
When you
anyway?
if you say, hey,
You wanna be in
Isaiah
trenches?
is,
Nah, like.
Isaiah steals, right?
Oh, okay.
You
Just
go through your Rolodex like, I have 3 niggas that I know that steal, and he's not one of them. I felt like when he said I'm pro-black, I was like, my Rolodex of pro-black people. He's not one of them that I put on my pro-black
Got you.
list.
I'm
All right, yo,
actually-
yo. So we gonna take a quick break real quick. We'll be right back, y'all.
All right, it's all good.
All right, so yo, I got a question because we was talking about that impeachment shit. Let's say, well, I think most of us believe that Trump is gonna win, right? Like he's gonna
Another
win
term?
Yeah, we could put money on that. Nah, I hope he doesn't.
I feel like the last time you said that he won.
I did, yeah, and he did win.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know that it's guaranteed that he's gonna win, but I think the odds are better than a lot of people think.
Yeah, facts.
So,
Which is why we should vote. But like, so I was gonna say, what? That was my.
Set the guy who didn't vote in,
Don't do
in,
that.
in
I
2016.
I didn't vote in 2016.
Yeah, you
I
did.
did vote in
You
2016.
did. Oh, it was you that didn't vote.
Come on, son. Like, what's your question?
I forgot my question now, bro. I don't even know no more.
Do
Why?
you want
Let's
to
talk
put the
about
bet
that.
on
Why?
the table that
Wait, so you
Trump
did
wins
vote?
another one?
Wait, so you didn't vote? Though?
Yeah, like,
Wait, time
can,
out.
can
So
we
this
get an
whole
answer?
time,
Yeah.
this whole time you've been calling me a Trump supporter and you didn't vote. You not voting is just as bad.
And I'm not gonna push. We've had a conversation about this. He knows he did wrong.
Yo,
And he's gonna vote in 2020.
I think y'all bring this up on purpose.
He's gonna vote in 2020.
Y'all be bringing this
I
up.
can't believe that you didn't vote. All these jokes. All right,
Oh, so you voted?
yes, I did
For
vote.
Trump.
I thought you didn't vote. I didn't think you voted either.
No, I did vote.
voted
I
for
said
Trump, and
I
it's
did not
fine.
vote for Trump.
Like we still love
I
you.
voted for Hillary, knowing walking into it like, yo, this is
Nah,
not gonna go
you did
well.
it.
All right, so yo, you
I
know
was
how
there.
everybody keep talking about. I was there.
I was there.
So you know how everybody keep talking about, yo, like if Trump wins again, I'm out. I'm going here. I'm going there. Like, would you really actually do that?
If he
Like,
wins
you're-
re-election, no. What would make me move is if we go to war.
Yeah. So okay, you
Like
really,
like if it's World War III, I'm going somewhere where the war isn't like popping. Like I'm going to Ghana.
what about you?
I feel like the chances are. I mean, if we decided to go to war, like I still think I'm gonna be here. Like my family is here, my people are here.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like I can't just up and leave. That.
Yo.
You know
But-
you love black people.
My family's
But-
your family. Y'all could come crash at my
I would
my
definitely
people's
pull up,
spot.
take that chance. But
to Ghana.
Yeah, pull up in
I'm
Ghana.
not gonna say that I'm gonna leave, but I do want to pull up and like,
Yeah.
meet more of your family and shit like
Yeah.
that. But what I was saying is, I don't think I want to do anything that's gonna isolate me to where they could just pop that off the map.
I feel like
You know what I mean? Like, yo,
where-
you flee. Let's say you fled to the most, the highest black population in Africa, whatever country that is, right? And like, yo, all right, cool. All the
Nigeria.
black people there. It's Nigeria. Pop that off the map. Then what? You know what I mean? Like, because remember when we was talking about like segregation and stuff, and I don't think how like segregation could have really worked. You see the correlation? I don't, because of Tulsa, Oklahoma. He looks so confused.
I just wanted to see if you was following.
None of y'all remember that?
I feel like so.
Don't
I'm not,
do drugs, kids.
I feel like separate. All right, so separate but equal. I don't know if that is like a terrible thing. I think
when you got Tulsa, Oklahoma that occurred, would you really want to only live like in a spot where you could just?
I think we currently live in a separate but equal society. Like the schools,
Which is bad. If they want to pop off people, this
schools
ain't
are
mean-
segregated. Schools are very segregated.
Oh yeah, schools are segregated.
Wait, time out. You think so?
Yeah. No. They're super segregated. I mean, look at your high school.
My high school's all black.
Yeah.
I see what you're saying. But I still don't think so though. I think it's not race, but economic.
It's class. Yeah.
Socioeconomic. So
because it's done by districts, it's very strategic that they have you where you live.
Right.
It's very heavily influenced, especially in DC. You can see it is very prominent that
like
where
that
you
in New
live
York.
dictates where you go to school. So we're gonna put all the resources into the schools in the best neighborhoods because those kids are gonna be from the neighborhood. Like Deal Middle School, for instance, had like a very small amount of spots open for middle schoolers who did not live within the borders of what they feel.
Right.
And DC consistently changes the borders, depending on what ward you are in, to make it even more segregated in that sense. But it's by class. It's not by race.
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah.
Ooh, so I was right. Shouts
it's
out
still-
for me, man.
But it's still segregated.
It's super
Still
segregated.
very segregated.
Right, but by class though, yeah.
Yeah, it's
I was
classes. I would say, yeah.
It just so happens that there's a slight correlation.
There's a correlation.
Yeah.
It's still very segregated. And even more so like the private school. It's still extremely segregated.
I know, I went to a private
school.
You pay money.
Yeah.
That would buy, like you can separate it. Like, but it's still very much so like whatever. So I think I feel like I'm more afraid of like a civil war breaking out than I am like World War III. Like I'm more afraid of like people attacking me and jumping on me right here in DC way faster than I am like, yo, they're
That's why
gonna
I'm gonna
ship
get
me
a
off
blicky,
somewhere.
bro. At least I can fight off that first wave. But continue.
Only thing I'll say is like if you look at world history, a lot of like the major global conflicts started because of like nationalism.
Yeah.
Like, I think the United States is going through one of those like major like nationalists. Like white people are mad right now. I don't know what y'all mad about, but y'all are tight. And those are the types of things that I feel like if you look in history, that's when like the World War III, World War IIs and all that. Like World War I, like all of that was nationalism, like for the most part. So we'll see what happens.
Yeah.
If it pops off, I'm out of here though.
Yo,
I'm out of here.
I'm not sure where we pulling on to, but what's next? What's that next hit, man?
So fucking the dickhead of the day. I don't know if we're gonna create a segment of this, or the dickhead of the week is fucking Pop Smoke, man. This nigga
Welcome to the
Pop
party.
Smoke arrested for transporting a stolen $375,000 Rolls Royce from Cali to Brooklyn. Like, the shit don't make sense to me. Like, why the fuck? Like, I'm from Brooklyn. I talk about getting a little bit and understanding and trying to be better. This dude is on a whole nother stratosphere because of some of the great music that he brought out.
So to play devil's advocate, maybe because like the whole point of this was he went to like he got the car because he was doing a music video, right?
Yes.
So assuming that's true, maybe he just like
Forgot to return it.
maybe he forgot to return it.
Accidents happen.
Accidents happen. Like I have a $350 car, like $1,000 car, whip, and I forgot to give it back.
He used to say,
Okay, I forgot to give it back. Let's read this paragraph from thesource.com. Jackson has allegedly met the owner of the Rolls Royce at a recording studio in Los Angeles. They verbally agreed on allowing him to use the Rolls Royce for the Welcome to the Party video. What else? Welcome to the Party video for the upcoming music video. In exchange, Jackson will give the owner of the vehicle VIP treatment at an upcoming show. However, when the owner asked for the car back the next day, it was not returned. It was tracked down in Arizona. So I think they kind of wilded out because they said it said from Cali to Brooklyn.
That is wild.
But
that
he
is
probably
wild.
was on his way to Brooklyn because he's from Brooklyn. I don't know. I think that's a little rich.
Wait, where did
December
he rent the
Listen,
whip though?
on December 3rd, the car was located in front of Pop Smoke's home in
Oh,
Brooklyn.
he made
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That makes it
truck.
crazy.
Yo, you are dumb. What the fuck were you thinking?
So he drove.
So, no,
Yeah,
check
he
this.
drove-
It's not done yet. When the vehicle was recovered, the original California license plates were covered with Alabama plates.
Oh, he actively tried to steal it.
And the windows were tinted.
Oh!
Wait, time out.
Good call.
Did he rent the whip in Cali or
Yes,
New
he
York?
did. Oh, wait. The video was definitely in Brooklyn.
That's what I'm
But-
saying. So where did
No, but he drove it. He drove it.
quite simple. You change license plates to a different other state.
Oh no, that's a reach.
It's not that much of a reach.
Yo, he was.
I worked in
Well, I don't know. I don't think I want to put that out here.
Jackson pleaded not guilty in his arraignment on Friday. And was
He probably
released on a
was. He probably was doing that.
bond.
I'm sorry, viewers and listeners. We cannot say that because I don't want to be Vlad TV. I don't want nobody to use any videos as evidence. But that's a damn good point. If you want to know what that point is, I mean, give us a like and a follow and share it, and I might, you know what I mean, say it in the comments. But I'm not putting it in the video.
Think about it.
Yo, that's crazy when you think about that. But either way. Well, damn, we think about, but whatever. So I don't think that it makes sense to do any of that. Like I'm like, yo, like, bro.
I mean, when you bring that up though,
yeah,
I'm like, damn, that might have been the play.
So when I first heard that, I was like, oh, it's just some nigga saying like, yo, you dead on it, and really just, but you can't do that.
Which is very likely.
Yeah, that's what I feel.
Yeah, it's very likely.
I'm like, yo, like
smartest person I know. Is somebody else doing that? Smartest person I know.
Yo, I actually feel like that's what it is.
It's not registered in my name.
You know what I mean? Like,
but it was because he's in jail right now.
The car is not registered in his name.
So why is he in jail?
Because he stole the car.
He stole the car.
That's why
and he tinted the windows and changed the plates afterwards.
Oh, so he got the minus.
He was trying to steal the car.
Like, this ain't your car no more.
Yeah.
He was like, yo,
but
you
if they
dead
found
on
the
it.
pounds in the whip, it's not
registered to him.
Okay.
Don't you see this car is different though? Can't you see this car as a different car?
Right.
Yeah.
I don't know, but
his windows wasn't tinted before.
He ain't changed the tires.
And these are Alabama plates.
Yeah, that's probably definitely what it was. But damn,
but how you put he put a strong 7,000 miles.
Yo, you depreciated the value of that vehicle, and how long it take you to get? Let's say 4 days.
He was driving through bullshit states too,
right?
Like Oklahoma,
right?
So I don't know if he drove. That's why it was moving too fast. But I think the car was in the back of a truck. Like I think it was transported. Like I don't think it was. Like scroll down.
It says interstate transport of a stolen vehicle.
Yeah, scroll down
transport.
some more.
But interstate transport. But
so like it was on a truck.
On a truck.
Yeah.
He didn't drive it.
I didn't think about that.
Like yo, we not reading.
Transported
good, man.
a black Rolls Royce Wraith. But across state lines.
That he knew.
But no, when you say transport, it's different.
Smart as fuck.
Damn.
Ooh.
Yo. I don't know about the PAX thing now though.
Ooh.
No, it still is.
Okay.
It's a fact. Because if who's gonna get in trouble if they find that?
Yeah, I feel what you're saying.
Not the car owner, the person who's transporting.
I don't know. Either way, man, I'm like, yo, you making money now. Like I feel like
you got to stay out the pen.
Yeah, that shit don't make no sense, man. That shit really don't.
And
make
he's
no
smart
sense.
enough to be done with it by the time he gets arrested.
Yo.
That was his first stop.
He didn't even go to the bathroom.
So wait,
Thought about that shit yesterday.
but what do y'all think is gonna happen from that? Do y'all think he gonna be?
I mean, I think he'll be fine. I don't think he's gonna do 10 years, which is what I thought the maximum for this.
I don't know.
I mean, he's gonna be fine.
I don't know if
this is one of those things that hopefully his label is beating the case up, putting that shit in the headlock.
He ain't got J lawyers.
I don't know. Yeah.
He ain't got J.
I don't know. But if it doesn't work out, I feel like it's just a tragic. Like I'm tired of people like coming into fame and everything and then like squandering it. Like we had that whole Tekashi shit, and it's like, damn, bro, like you really could have made a difference.
Oh, he live with his mom's in Brooklyn still?
He only got 2-3 songs out.
Oh, I mean,
Meet the Woo was his album. I don't know. I don't really. What you thought about it?
I love that joint.
Yeah, but do you think everybody else loved it?
I think
because you on wax saying he had one trick pony, agreeing with me.
I am, but I do think that one trick pony is getting him bags though. Like you know what I'm saying?
Enough to
yeah. Like he's still doing this thing.
But damn, still in the crib? Oh well, I don't know.
Yeah, enough to not live with your mom.
Yeah.
He gotta get a house.
Saving in the shit.
Now he gotta pay bail.
That's just about to come in handy. It's about to come
You know
in
how
handy.
many shows he gonna have to do?
Yo, all his bread is going towards the lawyer now.
Yeah. Yo, speaking of, what do y'all think about that?
Maybe got an
Tekashi
insurance
shit?
lawyer.
Yo, before y'all go, what do y'all think? Before we go, like, what do you think about? I said, yo, before y'all go, like, yo, get the fuck out the crib. Nah, but before like we go, like with the whole Tekashi shit, I saw in the news they was talking about how, like, you know, he got sentenced or whatever. He got sentenced to a couple years or whatever. Like more likely they'll do a year.
Right.
So
He asked to do it at home.
Yeah, he did the
Did he
plea.
really?
No, that was real. He was like, yo, can I take my time at the house?
Like, yo, I fear for my life. Like,
I'm not cut out for prison.
I'm not cut out for this. Like, can you please, like, allow me to do it from home?
Do it from home.
The judge say yeah.
No.
No.
The judge didn't say yeah, but it's like you got a lot of heart to even ask that question.
Why would you ask that?
I'm a snitch. I'm
Because
treated like a snitch.
he done
Right.
told. He's told a lot, yo.
Yo.
They made memes from those. Like,
Yo.
That defeats
I
the point of
remember-
prison.
Can I just go home?
Can I get a timeout?
Because you asked
Just give me a
nicely,
timeout.
yeah.
I'm gonna stand in the
Right.
corner
No.
every day.
Actually, I would love to just do this shit at my crib.
yo, if I ever get locked up, I'm gonna do the same thing. Like, yo, can I just?
You know what's better than this? The house. All right,
house.
let me get my lawyer on the horn
Right.
and say, can I just do this shit at home? Like that's an option.
Like, it's okay.
You can go to
Millennials
prison
are
or you
different,
can go
man.
home.
Yeah,
Millennials,
they really are.
That's a millennial shit. Like, yo,
Like, yo, I don't want to deal with none of the consequences.
yo. Actually, I feel bad. Can I just no longer do it here? And I learned my lesson. Thanks.
Like I like home cooked meals.
Yo,
Like I like a bed.
yo, that is crazy.
Yo, but I
man.
can't believe they smashed his
Baby moms.
baby moms, yo.
But she had to open her legs though.
Facts.
So I have no.
But
Like,
that's just such a lack of respect, though.
I don't understand.
so basically,
They smashed his baby moms.
yeah, some of the it was like wild grimy shit. Like his plea to the judge was like, "Yo, they weren't my friends, they weren't my family." Which I know some niggas in that, and I was trying to call niggas to actually have them talk about their take. Homie was like, "Yo, it's too hot, don't want to do it." I was like, "All right, I'm not Vlad, so I respect it." But like, how would you feel if people had sex with your baby mother, the mother of your children, and then these are the
Are we
people-
together?
yeah.
Yeah.
This is my current girl,
That's your baby moms
and we have children together.
Yeah.
Yeah, at least
And I
one.
went away to prison, and they started knocking her down.
No, before
No, this
that.
is before.
During everything.
Before
dudes
they
cry.
put me away,
Yeah.
they was knocking her down
Like,
before they put me away.
like your baby moms was just like in the.
He did
They
have,
also robbed him
Was-
at gunpoint.
right.
Was she?
So
They sure
they were
They
clearly
can't.
knocking her down was the least of his worries.
Right.
And
So,
you gotta remember, they were
was
doing
she-
this to a non-street person.
Yeah, they was like, yo, we gonna take advantage of this dude.
Hell yeah, he's about to get on the stand.
She was with it though.
Start telling.
And that's what I'm saying. Like, I know certain people that went through that whole stuff, so I get it. Like, I understand why they mad. But then I'm like, yo, I think the one thing that we don't do as human beings, like, we don't try to see from the opposition's perspective. And I'm like, yo, like, why would you think that he would be quote unquote loyal? Even if he was a street dude, like, if he was a street dude, why would you support, you know what I mean, those people that fucked your baby moms? Like, that's crazy.
yeah.
Yo, I gotta go get back in the gym. I gotta get back in the gym these last 30 minutes.
So
man.
put it on wax, state your goals, and then when we get to that point in time, we're gonna see what your goals are. I gotta go. Go first.
What?
What's your goals? Why are you working out?
I was lost too. Though.
What? Nah. So I just joined this group called Spar with a couple of brothers, and I have until 3 a.m. to officially get my third workout in today. I was supposed to do 3 workouts. I started this morning with.
Are you really about to go do it?
Yo, I'm about to go get this last one in for sure, and I
think it's
gotta
a
post
waste of
it.
time.
I gotta post it before 3:00, and it's money on the line right now.
I
So-
get it, but like I think it's a waste of time to work out. Like, are you working out just because?
Yes, so that I'm not paying.
Okay, so you're not paying. But what about the goals?
So the goals are to work out 4 days a week, right? So I have to do 6 check-ins a week, 4 goals. 4 have to be workouts. The other 2 can be whatever. And each check-in you miss is $5.
Okay.
So right now I have 5 check-ins, and I need 1 more check-in before 3 a.m.
Got you. So you're gonna go and do what?
I'm just gonna go. I'm gonna do push-ups, pull-ups, and dips. And that should
sound like some
run
bullshit,
me
though.
30 minutes. So at this point, it is 30. It is a little bit bullshit, but I definitely hit the
Wait,
bike.
wait,
just
time out.
sound
Your
like
gym
some
is open right now?
Yes, Planet
Yeah,
Fitness.
Planet
24
Fitness
hours.
don't close.
So I had
It's 24 hours?
You get
Yeah,
pizza whenever you
24/7.
want.
Right. He going to get the pizza. He's going to take a picture. He's going to take a picture while he's working out.
Word.
Quote unquote working out.
Yo, that's what I'm about to dip. It's been real.
2005.
Guys be safe.
Right. All right. Well,
about-
yo, we just want to thank y'all for like rocking with us, supporting us. We going through a bunch of transitions that we excited for, right?
Yeah, it's a good year.
Right, we got feedback that y'all may or may not see. Z's upset because he not pro-black.
We're not even entertaining that shit no more.
Yeah, all right. But whatever. So, but no, if you're watching this on YouTube, please make sure to like, share, and subscribe. We really appreciate y'all. If you're listening to it through any of the podcast directories, whether it be Apple, Google, Spotify, any of those, we want to thank you for doing that as well. And on that note, my name is Tully. I'm 1/3 of your pod.
Z's 2/3.
PJ 3/3.
Hi, and we are the pod with no name, and we are out.